Hi everyone, welcome to my next video blog, which I'll be discussing about IPAM in IP address management, then Azure Virtual Network Manager that brings out a new service. AVNM helps to the administrators to have an management of your IP address. So IPAM in AVNM helps everyone to have a centrally planned and allocate the IP address and track and monitor the IP address space being your platform. As the cloud has been growing and manually managing IP address difficult and increase the risk of overlapping spaces. That way, to get rid of this difficulties and of this IPM or IP address management, AVNM, IPAM service simplifies providing centralized address management. Why is IPAM needed? Managing IP address manually can lead to several challenges like overlapping IP address ranges between different virtual networks. Physically managing it will be able to tracking which IP address space already been used, and it will be complicated when the network expansion is organization merging. That gives the administrators to have some kind of administrative effort. Is so IPAM helps and eliminate all these problems by maintaining a centralized view of your IP address allocation. It's really helpful. What is IPAM in AVN? IPAM has been introduced as concept of IP address, which helps you to create the pool IP address planning. Administrators can define the large IP address ranges that represents the available address space within their organization. The virtual networks can then automatically receive an IP addresses from these pool, and that helps you to have an automated way of allocating IP addresses. That takes away the logical IP address management by someone to give an IP address allocation when someone wants to create a virtual network cloud business. So it has two options to do it. One, it can be automatically allocate, or if someone has an existing virtual networks and you create an IPAM now, and you can just do an association of existing IP address as well. It's two options to do that actually. So the key component is IP address pool, which represents the available IP address range that can be IPv4 or IPv6, and it supports hierarchical design. So when I say hierarchical, like parent-child combination, you create a parent pool for a specific location like Australia East or New Zealand, and then you can just create a child pool like production, non-production, and within non-production you can have multiple tier like development, testing, dev, whatever you want to. This way, it helps you to organize your IP spaces logically. As I mentioned earlier, automatic allocation is being used in AVNM, which allocates the next available IP. It prevents the duplication and overlapping IP and takes out the human error. Just makes the deployment is been easier with an automated way instead of just waiting for your network administrator to provide a specific IP to your application requirement. So with this, all these benefits, AVNM keeps a track of allocated prefixes, what is available, what is being utilized. It gives you an utilization report, which really helps this service to be used in Azure Cloud. As one of the biggest benefit is like it's been centrally managed, prevents overlap, and just gives you visibility of your utilization across your cloud management. So the important consideration is IPAM manages only the private IP address space, and it integrates directly with your Azure Virtual Network Manager, and a proper planning of your parent IP address range deployment. We take away with this, and I will just give a deep dive into this portal, how this can scenario. Get into my portal. I'm logged in now. I have the enum existing. We show my IP address pool. I have two IP addresses. Oh, one is parent pool, is the Australia East location, and I have underneath I have created a production pool, which is a parent-child combination. Try to create a non-prod IP pool. Will be same location, and I will be selecting my parent pool, IP pool. Click next, just gets IP address what is being available. Take what is available at in slash available next and create the new child pool parent. Just takes a couple of seconds, and you the resources created. And now parent pool is name and child pool is prod. Me click my parent pool matrix, IP address range. Currently, I don't have to it. Let's go to the AVNM, and I'll try to show you how you can allocate the IP address to your virtual networks. Okay, I have three IP address pool here, and click on IP pools association recommendation, which gives you a better view to say that, okay, these are my virtual networks, and there are some recommended pools which it can be associated. So currently what I have is I have IP pool and I have my virtual network which are disconnected. I don't have any relationship between that. My this view is helps you to just fix that gap. You can just go and create a position here. Here, let's IP address pool. Here, allocation. Currently, I have two different child. I have to go to the different child pool and just click on allocation to it. If I click on allocation, it goes here and see currently I have my one resource is being currently allocated to this. Sorry, I had between 10 dot 100.0 dot I can create an app. Here you can see my hub IP address of the virtual mapping. I can click on associate here. What happens is this IP been mapped into my virtual network and is being allocated into my pool address on prod. The way it works. Other option I want to show you is if you want to create a virtual networks, you can do it. I'm just showing it in Portal. You can just do it in automation of infrastructure as code as well. Go and select, give a name. Click next, click next. Come here. You can just select from which of the IP address pool you want to create virtual network and pick an IP address. It's an automated way. It just helps you to pick it up from the existing pool based on the application is available. That way, it just gives you an option. Select either of these, whichever you want to select. Click save, and it shows you what is the IP address available for. 17 is needed for my VNet, the new VNet. Pixel. Here, if I want to buy, says you don't have an IP address available to that. That's why it just takes out all the hardest part and works plainly from automated way. Yep, that helps you to bring IPAM cloud automatically helps you to really works that way. Thank you for watching it. Stay